get a pay, they a pleasure straight game, homie. Free James Slider. I got him on his arm, bro. Oh, that's that field work right there.
You already know what it is, man. Jam the hit, man. Diesel. Let's go. Straight to it. Bloop, bloop. Hit all them buttons, man. Notification. Subscribe, man. Subscribe. Hey, what did Bosco 100 say? He said asking for people to subscribe to your channel is for bitches. Hey, man, subscribe to my channel, man. He said, man, if I'm going to subscribe to your channels, because if I'm going to subscribe to your channels because I'm looking at pussy, man. Bosco 100, right? Shout out to Bosco from Queen Street. He a blood. He been around. He been fucking with it for a long time. He tried the rap game, but it didn't work out for him. But social media has, right? He's been on motherfucking Vlad TV, right? But anyhow, moving on, right? So what is it like to do time around Bulldogs, right? Fresno Bulldogs, right? It's been said before that the Border Brothers from Oakland, we're kind of like the Bulldogs because we are like our separate entity and we're only out of Oakland, right? However, we do expand out to Arizona and we got Border Brothers all over up and down California. But that's a whole different thing. That part has nothing to do with the streets. But in Oakland, yeah, we on some street shit, man. Oh, I was on some street shit, man, because I ain't no longer participating in them type of activities, right? Like I said before, I've been that dude, straight up. But moving on, though. So what is it like to do time with Bulldogs, right? So when I went to Building 4 NRCC YA Sacramento reception, when I first arrived, they threw me on the Norteño side with Bubba from 38. I didn't last but one day. Immediately we got off on each other at medical the next day. Walking to medical. We bloop, 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 right? Boop. They throw me on the southern side, right? They throw me in there with crackers, man. Little crackers, man. The legend's son. Big crackers. Crackers, the original crackers. He's the one that caused all this Northern Bulldogs to break off from each other, according to what I have heard and what he's done told me, right? Little crackers. Little crackers was my celly for about a week. We didn't last too long because I got off again. Got off in the visiting room, man, with the Project Cats from Sacramento. Well, I didn't get off on them. They rushed me. But moving on. That's another story for another day. So Crackers was telling me the whole story about that, right? But the point is that it got to YA that the Bulldogs were not to program with the Northerners, right? So everywhere that I went, I ain't gonna lie, it was always about 15, 16 Southsiders, about 15, 16 Northerners. I was about 8 Bulldogs. Everywhere I went, 8, 9 Bulldogs. They're holding it down, boy. Because look, if there's 16 of them and 16 of them, and you got 8, 9 Bulldogs, that's all you need. Nigga, shout out to my partner Rooster, man. Rooster was my friend, man. He was cool as fuck, right? He a Bulldog. Matter of fact, that was a Bulldog down in Pleasant Valley, right? And I was down there with Littles from Fresno, Bulldog, right? He was out there getting money, boy, and he's doing 15 in the feds right now. So I've had a good relationship with the Bulldogs, man. I've always respected them. I just feel like they're always been outnumbered. It's like they're the black sheep, man. You know what I'm saying? And I've been through what they've been through, because you got to remember, in Oakland, California, the Border Brothers are just from Oakland. So when we hit that county, we got to deal with that whole East Bay. You see what I'm saying? And there ain't no Border Brothers anywhere else. But you know, sometimes before they used to throw us in the cages with Southsiders, and it would be cool, right? But until we had that right. But it's a fucked up feeling to be outnumbered, man. To be on the losing end. And the Bulldogs have pretty much been on the losing end. If they didn't take off first or didn't plan something, they probably was going to lose, because a lot of times they got taken off on, right? I was in Pleasant Valley where the Bulldogs just said, man, fuck that. We ain't rushing nobody. We're just going to be the victims every time. Because the captain had said, I was there. I was there with Bad Boy from Southside Paso, man. Nigga, I was there, man. I was there. Building 4 was my building. Building 4 was my building, right? And I was in there with Bad Boy from Southside Pasadena, right? You know what I'm saying? with the Lakers sign on his head right here, man. Come on. I was in Old Folsom with him prior to that. And then we bump heads in Pleasant Valley, right? So I was there in a famous riot that happened. It just seems like I've always landed at these places in prison where I've always, witnessed the riots and a lot of those stories that hit the news, right? So that story in Pleasant Valley, that also hit the news, right? I was there. I think one of the other channels, ADA, or what's his name? I forgot his name. APA or something. He did a story. He was in Pleasant Valley around the time that I was there. Because when I heard his story about Pleasant Valley, it's the same identical shit. Nigga, I was there. You know who else was there? Tony Montana, the one that got his noodles pulled out in Solano. He was there with us too. My nigga Chucha from Down 4 was there, but we was only there for a couple weeks together, and then they moved me up to Vacaville, boy. Ooh, Vacaville? We're gonna do a story about that too right there. Going to a no good medical facility, right? So I'm in Pleasant Valley with the Bulldogs, right? But I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm just giving y'all an idea of the places that I've been with Bulldogs, right? Because the Bulldog did this portrait right here. And I was there with the rapper Littles, and had got into an issue because our doors cracked and I didn't rush him, right? But, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Bullshit in prison. I had my reasons on why I wasn't going to rush him, right? You know what I'm saying? My 128 was already like this, so nobody could say, oh, he's a punk. Now, had my 128 been super clean, and I had the opportunity to add something to my 128 by rushing Littles when our doors cracked, if I didn't do it, I think it would have been a consequence to that, right? Because I hadn't proved myself yet. At least they didn't know. But when they see your 128, when you come from another prison with your 128, my shit looking like this, you know what I'm saying? They like, man, they already know. They already know. That's why building 4 was my building. So if I don't want to rush this dude, I'm not gonna rush him. It's my building. Take what the fuck you mean, right? But anyhow, moving on, right? So Crackers was my celly. And it's just like doing time with any other Chicano, any other Southsider. I remember at that time everybody was baby cuffing their pants. He actually had got some blue state pants and the blue jacket, the windbreaker. I was like, whoa, he was fitted, right? They gave me the green pants. They gave me the green pants with the white T-shirt and the green jacket. So it didn't look right? But that was CYA for you, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, doing time with them is just like doing time with anybody else, man. They're all gang members, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like they're, if they're gonna hit you, they're gonna hit you, right? But we was cool. We didn't have no issues in prison, right? I didn't have no issues with them. And when I was at Carl Holden, the Northerners and the Bulldogs were programming together, but they didn't like each other, but they weren't getting off on each other either. They did get off one time though, but in Preston they stayed getting off. In Preston they stayed getting off, man. But anyhow, man, we're gonna leave it right there, and I'm gonna get back to the story tomorrow. I'm gonna let you know about that riot down in Pleasant Valley with the Bulldogs, man. Yeah, because somebody got their leg blown off, and the tower shot a dude in the head, right? And that was it, man. I was there, Pleasant Valley, man. What was that? 2009, right after Folsom, right after Old Folsom. Matter of fact, we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. But anyhow, subscribe to the channel, man. Y'all do what you gotta do to support the channel. It's free, man. Fuck with a real one, man. John Diesel, man. I'm gone.